There aren't very many certainties out there, as we've taught for a while now, but one certainty is this: you are a creator in the reality you're in. You either create unconsciously or consciously, and as you become aware of the reality of the creator that you are, you have to remember that you're creating in every moment. And as you remember that you're creating in every moment, that requires taking responsibility for the experience you're having. And then don't feel like, oh, I created this and I'm a victim of my creation. You created it, and if you don't particularly enjoy, like, or want it, then you set a boundary and you state preferences and you move forward into a new direction. Don't allow yourself to slip into the belief that you didn't create it, and don't allow yourself to slip further into, I'm a victim of what I created. We would advise strongly not to go there. And energetically, it's very tempting. It's very tempting to go, oh, I created this, which isn't very pleasant for anyone. You are not victims of your own creation. You are learning in your own creation. You are growing, you are expanding, and if what you're learning, growing, and expanding about you don't particularly like, then suck it up and do something about it as the creator you are. Don't give over your free will and succumb to the idea that now you're a victim of the creation you find yourself in. This idea that you create your own reality requires responsibility upon responsibility. It's why you came here. You came here to have the opportunity to have responsibility upon responsibility on your shoulders. Why? Because you wanted to know what it felt like to be a creator in a duality-based density, emotions, feeling, body, free will zone. So, you know, you guys play this game, Pin the Tail on the Donkey, right? And we hope most of you know what we're talking about. But there's this game, and you put a picture of a donkey on the wall. And then they give you a tail. So a picture of a tail. And you put tape on it. And then they put a blindfold on you and spin you around 4 or 5 times and then point you in roughly the right direction. And the contest is who gets to stick the tail on the wall closest to where it belongs on a real donkey. Now you're all starting, we can feel you all going, oh shit, we're totally busted, aren't we? Yeah, you're totally busted, because even in the simple child's game, you take something that's incredibly easy, which is stick a paper tail on a paper donkey, and turn it into something hard. And you think it's fun. Like, oh, that was fun. Look, I stuck it by the head, Mommy. And you're like, yeah, you did, honey. That's funny, huh? But if it's your spiritual life, you're like, But what's even more interesting about Pin the Tail on the Donkey is that what you guys do is you take something as obvious as I want to come here on Earth and be earthy, and you put, you know, stick the tail right there. And instead of it just being, you know, blindfold and spin you around 4 or 5 times, which is okay if you're 8, because you guys are, you know, really overachieving light workers, and we do love you, but you are. It's more like you say, all right, blindfold me, put the tail over there someplace, put the tape like on the ceiling, spin me around, don't forget to spin me around, but then what you want to do is get like 45 chairs and pile them up randomly, and maybe some barbed wire just so it'll be really fun. And don't forget to spin me around, because, you know, that really makes it extra special. Okay, are we ready? Oh, that's right. I only want to have 1 leg, and I only want to have 1 arm. And you better work it out so I can actually balance, okay? Good. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, wait, I should be deaf too, because why would I not want to be deaf? And you think, man, that sounds good. That sounds good. That'll be interesting enough. Did you spin me around? No, you haven't spun me around. Okay, ready? Spin me around. I'm ready. And then you like hop around in this room, cutting yourself, falling over chairs, tripping on stuff, looking for the tail. You find the tail, then you're like, oh, where's the tape? And you hop around some more and you look for the tape. You find the tape somehow on the ceiling. God knows how you manage that. Then you get together and you think, I've got the tape and I've got the tail, and now I just have to figure out what to do with it. And then you're like, I forgot why I'm here. Damn it. Why am I doing this? It's so awful, and why would anyone want to do this? Why would I come to this planet? I don't belong here. I've never felt good here. It's like, okay, well, that was part of the plan too, because like, oh, we forgot to mention that. I'll never feel good here. Yeah, that's part of it too. And then eventually, somehow, you know, you just keep persevering, and maybe at this point you say uncle, and you get someone to help you by somehow indicating hot and cold, and you hop along, and you finally get close to where you put the tail on. And then, you know, we've never taken this analogy this far, but you're at this point now where you're finally put the flippin' tail on the damn donkey, and you say, but nothing changed. It's all the same. Didn't I get it just right? Could I have done it better? Did I do it too slow? I mean, what happened? Nothing changed. And it's like, because you changed. You changed. It was never about the donkey's ass. It was about you. And it was about hopping around, looking for the tail and seeing, wait, we gotta hop like, you know, hopping, looking for the tail, and then you find the tail and you feel like, whoa, I came here and I found the tail. And then you hop some more, and then you get there and you put the thing on, you take off the blindfold, and you guys expect like angels to sing and rainbows and bunnies and puppies and I did it, everyone's seeing me, I'm great. And it's like, yeah, okay, you're great, but we always knew that. We've just been waiting for you to know that. And now you know, because look what you did. And you learned so much. And so somebody else says to you, hey, you know, I'm still hopping over here. And you say, well, you know what? When I was hopping in the corner, the reason I knew the tail was there is because I tripped. And when I landed, it stuck me in the eye. And that's how I found the tail. I don't know. Your mileage may vary. Now, if you told someone about that while they're over here and they haven't hopped over there and they haven't tripped over the barbed wire and they haven't fallen down and the tail hasn't stuck them in the eye, they won't know what you're talking about, or they might not care, because they're still trying to find the tape first. And that's perfectly fine, right? You're all allowed to hop around just the way you want to and figure out stuff in the order you want to figure it out. But you guys very, very carefully need to not think that when you get the ass's tail on the ass that you don't go, now I have done something. Because it's every little hop that you've done something. Yeah. The tail thing is just, okay, cool. Now that I've done that, I get to choose what I want to do next. Okay? So have fun being the pin on the tail and the hoppity, 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 hoppity. But be careful that you don't think that means something is going to change, because very little changes externally unless it changes internally. And when it, pardon us, when it changes internally, the external changes are dramatic. When you change internally, your external circumstances change in a dramatic fashion. When you try to make changes externally, you look in the mirror and damn it, you're still there. You know, behind you now there's palm trees instead of desert. But I'm still in the front. Right? You look in the mirror and it's still me. It's pretty behind me, or it's uglier behind me, or it's raining behind me, or the sun's out, but it's still me. You change the internal experience and then the whole picture changes. And that's another thing you can't sell people on. It's just an experience. That is absolutely the proof's in the pudding kind of thing. You will only know that's true when it's true.